I know I've been always telling you guys, oh, Kuching, oh, Sarawak, this and that about Kuching, about Sarawak, about my hometown, but I've never really shown you fully of what is there to do, what is the best food here. And even though I did mention in my previous video, but I've never really tell you where it is, right? So before I get into it, I'm gonna show you the culturally rich, harmonious, we have various resources, Sarawak, the land of hornbills. So everyone, welcome to my home, Kuching, Sarawak. Hi, is everyone feeling alright today? I'm Sherry. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. So in this video, I'm actually in my car, so I'll be showing you guys Sarawak. Yes, so I said earlier I'm gonna show you guys Kuching, Sarawak. So this is the video that I will show you. And currently I'm in the car because I'm going around getting food to show you Kuching, Sarawak. And plus, I did bring someone along because I can't do it myself. I'm gonna show you my cousin.
Hi.
So he'll be accompanying me all the way throughout the whole video. Technically not the whole video because I'm gonna go back home and continue my filming again. So yeah, let's get some food and let's go on an adventure with us. So before I get into the points of what is the beauty in Sarawak, I'll just tell you that most of the misconceptions that you've heard are not true. That's why it's called misconceptions. Which is, firstly, we do not live on trees. We don't. Literally, none of us actually live on trees except for the indigenous people who are still within the village, within the forest. They do live in there, but no, they don't live on trees. They have like wooden hut for them to live in. And as for our transportation, we do have cars, but we still do have sampan as a part of a tourism transportation kind of thing that you can try. So let's just get into the points right now. So the first point is, obviously I'm gonna introduce you to Sarawak first, but I'm just gonna give you a short part of the history because you guys will probably doze off. I'm not a big fan of history, even though I love to know, but once I start reading, I'll fall asleep on the 5th page. So Sarawak is actually the largest state in Malaysia and a part of the Borneo Island. So the Borneo Island pretty much consists of Sabah, Sarawak, and the Kalimantan, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so those is considered Borneo Island. So in the earlier I just said, right, Sarawak is nicknamed land of the hornbills. Why is it named after a bird? Is because these birds are culturally important symbols for the Dayak people, which is Sarawak indigenous people, and these birds are actually believed to be representing the spirits of God. So the capital city of Sarawak is Kuching, which is my hometown. Very lovely hometown. So I'm just gonna get into the history. It's just now was more on a geography part. Now I'm just gonna get into the history, which is why I have my iPad with me right now because I don't feel like memorizing the history. So the coastal regions of Sarawak is actually influenced by the Bruneian Empire in the 16th century. But in 1839, James Brooke, a British explorer, arrived here. So James Brooke and his descendants actually governed the state for quite a while, which is from 1841 to 1946. That's a pretty long time. That's like 105 years. Yeah, 105 years. Wow. I didn't know that. I thought it was for a really short period of time, but yeah. Anyways, so during the World War II, this state, Sarawak, is actually occupied by the Japanese for I think about 3 years. And actually I was studying in Batu Lintang, right, SMK Batu Lintang, and actually that place it was a Japanese concentration camp. And actually we do still have a few memorials there, but not in my school, it was outside of my school. After the war, the last white Raja, I don't know why is he named Raja, but anyways, Charles Viner Brooke, yes, it's the Brooks family, okay, ceded Sarawak to Britain, and in 1946 it became a British crown colony. So actually this is a very fun fact about Sarawak. So on July 22nd, 1963, Sarawak was granted self-government by the British Empire and actually became one of the founding members of Malaysia, which established on the same year, about 3 months after that, which is 16 September 1963. Which is why in Sarawak we have 3 public holidays now, which is the Sarawak become a self-government on the 22nd of July, and Merdeka Day, which is 31st of August, and 16 September. So now that we're done with history, thank God, did any one of you fall asleep yet? I couldn't fall asleep because I'm the one talking. So if you guys find this interesting, wait until we get into the culture. So as I said earlier in the early part of this video, it's culturally rich, right? And I've been telling you about indigenous people, Dayak people. Aren't you curious, like, what makes Sarawak so cultural? So firstly, Sarawak has a very broad diversity of ethnicity, culture, and languages. Yes, so Sarawak has 6 major ethnic groups, which is the Iban, Bidayu, Malay, Chinese, Melanau, and Orang Ulu. And there are still more, which is the smaller populations like the Kedayan, Javanese, Bugis, Murut, and Indian. Yes, this is a very small population. I rarely see them around. And not to mention, Sarawak has more than 50 tribes, but they are not listed because they are the minorities. So for those who are interested from what I say and what I show to you, if you are interested, do come to Sarawak when at the end of May or the beginning of June, which is on the 1st of June is actually the Gawai festival, which is the harvesting festival for the Dayak people. And trust me, you can go to the Longhouses here, and then they are the people who live in the Longhouses are super nice. They're so kind, and they'll teach you their culture. You can even eat their traditional food. So I went to this really small festival during the Gawai week, and actually they do have a lot of food. They have a lot of their own traditional food, and not to mention their traditional games that I get to play, and not very good at it though, but yeah, you know, all these type of things, you get to experience it yourself once you come to Sarawak. So since I keep mentioning food besides the culture, right, maybe you should get into the food. One of the Sarawak food is actually listed as the best food in Asia with ranked 1. So I'm just gonna show you of me eating that food, and maybe it'll make you want to try it too. Yes, everyone, it's Sarawak Laksa, Laksa Sarawak, however you want to call it. It's our own laksa. Personally, I love the one in Fat Cat Kopitiam. The one I'm eating is actually from Fat Cat Kopitiam, and one of my favorite is also Alfred's Laksa. But the most famous one that most tourists go to is Chongchun and Chunhui Cafe. When I say cafe, I don't literally mean the cafe where you drink the coffee and stuff like that, or eat the cake and all that, pastries. What I mean by cafe is literally is just kopitiam. So not to mention, we do have kolomi, ayam panso. So ayam panso is technically bamboo chicken. So we do have a lot of local food as well, like belacan bihun, crispy tomato mee, umai, and most of you might get weirded out by this next one, but I've tried it. It's so good. Even though I'm allergic to it, I'll get like rashes and my lips will like start to swell, but it's so good. The taste is so good. It's actually ulat sagu, which is sago worms, and this is only for the daredevils. It's legit a worm, and if you want to try it, you can come here and try it. And not to mention, we do have local fruits and local vegetables as well, which is one of it is the durian flower. Yes, we not only eat the durian, we do eat the flower as well, dabai, and the dayak terong, which is dayak eggplant. So yeah, if you come here, go try all this stuff because it's amazing. And our favorite special drink, the drink that I had in my video, it's actually Tesipeng special. So yeah, we have the gula apong and the pandan one. And like I said, in the culture part, which is our local made rice wine, tua, but that's more of alcohol. And we have so many snacks, munchies, maybe, that you can try as well. There are actually markets that sell snacks for tourists and stuff like that. So one of it that you should definitely buy is tabaloy. It might sound like it's what is that, or it might sound weird, but it's called tabaloy. And you can, when you come, I'll show it to you, and when you come, you can tell them like, oh, I want tabaloy. And the most well-known that pretty much every tourist that I meet or I met before, even from the West Malaysia, most of them actually come here and get the layered cake. Yes, our famous layered cake lapis. We should get into the tourism part now. I've been asking you guys to come to try this, try that, go here, go there, but which spots are actually the tourism spots? So since I am a local, I'm just gonna be real here. I'm just gonna recommend you the parts, the spots, the places that I think is worth going, and will not tell you all the boring things that, oh, you should do this, you should do that. For me, I've done it. I don't find it as interesting. If you have come across Sarawak, or once you Google like where to go in Sarawak, you always see cultural village. Yes, it's where you can experience the culture, and it's a very tourist spot. It's not something in a village or like what you can do in a village or in a longhouse, but this is more a culture. They'll teach you about the culture, like, oh, this culture did this last time, this culture did this last time. For the history wise, you can actually go to Borneo Cultural Museum. That museum, our museum, is actually the biggest museum in the whole Malaysia currently. And we do have other museums as well. It actually all depends on what you want to know. There are a lot of Chinese museum and all that. But if you want to know mainly on the history, you can just go for Borneo Cultural Museum, as I went there like 3-4 times. It is very knowledgeable. As for the adventurers, you guys can come for jungle trekking, for hiking, because we do have a few places that are well known for the hiking and jungle trekking, which is Bako National Park, and we also have the Mount Satubong, and we have a lot more. So if you come, do find the places that you actually want to hike, because it actually takes up a distance to go there, and you have to plan in advance as well. Also, we have the infamous Rafflesia plant. If you want to see the Rafflesia plant, you can go Mount Gading, Gunung Gading, during the monsoon season, which is around April or September to October. But we don't know the exact date or the exact time the Rafflesia bloom, since it only blooms for about 4 to 6 days. And did you know that we do have a national park that is listed in the UNESCO? The Gunung Mulu National Park. It is listed in the UNESCO World Heritage Site. Yes, But however, this national park is located in Miri. It's not located in Kuching. So if you want to go there, you might have to plan a whole lot of trips just to go to Miri because you want to go for this national park. And another national park that's also famous is the Nia Cave. And Nia Cave is actually really famous because the foragers are known to have lived there 40,000 years ago, and a modern human skull was found there, and it is actually known to be the oldest human remain in Malaysia and the oldest human skull from Southeast Asia. So for those of you, if you guys don't know where to stay, where's the perfect location, the perfect hotel to stay in, I will give you a list down below. You can check them out as our list. If you want something to do with the culture, you want to visit certain place, where is the perfect place, the perfect hotel to stay in? So I'm just gonna list it down below. You can just go check it out. And if you actually booked through one of the links that I give you, please do subscribe if you think that is very helpful, and do give this video a like. Actually now Sarawak is developing the entertainment side. Yes, so previously we always have only Rainforest Music Festival, and it's a yearly thing, and it goes on for about 3 days. But now we are expanding, guys. It's actually something very similar to Good Vibes Festival. So the very first entertainment that everyone looks forward to, which is the Borneo Sonic Music Festival. Yes, we do have those big artists, big idols even. So there are 4 idols that are coming, and they're really big idols. They're not those small idols that are considered as nugus, but yeah, they're really huge idols. And so if those of you who have no idea of this, go check out the link now. So the 4 big idols that are coming, firstly is Taeyang from Big Bang. Okay, now the second one is CL from 2NE1. Any second gen fans here? And the next one is Suho from EXO. Also from the same company, but before I tell you, I'm just gonna play an EXO song, okay? Okay, for the next one is Hyoyeon from SNSD. So if you are not from the second gen, or if you're not a big fan of K-pop, you probably don't know who these people are. But let me tell you, that's when you should start looking into. And now I'm gonna play Hyoyeon song.
You know what I deserve? What? Deserve.
And not to forget, we do have other artists as well, international artists, local artists even. And since I've mentioned the biggest event of the year in Sarawak, I'm just gonna mention the other events that is happening annually as well, which is the Sarawak Regatta, the International Dragon Boat competition. We do have it every year as well. And not to mention the food festival, Kuching Food Festival, that is held yearly as well. So every year around July to August, we always have this Kuching Food Festival, and we have so many foods there. And we do also have parades for celebrations. Usually we do have like those Chinese celebration parades where they celebrate their deities or their gods birthday or special event, special date for them. So we do have those parade on the streets as well. So we do have a lot of things happening in Kuching, Sarawak all the time. So I don't see why not you guys don't want to come. Yeah. So if you guys want to know more about the tourism in Sarawak itself or the events, go and check out the link below that leads you to the Sarawak tourism page, and you guys will see the list, long list of the events that happens in Sarawak. So since I shared so much now that I'm getting really thirsty right now, I can say that I am proud to be a Sarawakian. I think I've mentioned this before as well. Yeah, I'm always very proud to be a Sarawakian. So for those who haven't traveled to Sarawak, please do anytime soon. And some of you who watch until this far, if you guys think that I am just listing out everything below in the links, listing all the links below, it's probably because I get sponsored or anything like that. No guys, I don't get sponsored. You can even go to my YouTube channel right now, go to my Instagram, go to my TikTok. I'm merely a small content creator. Yes, I create content, so I am a content creator, but I'm just a really small one, so I don't get sponsored by any of this. Okay, so I'm just being a very sincere local who would love a lot of tourists to visit us. And it's also because I know Sarawak has that beauty. If you come here like once or twice only, these are the things that you actually want to experience it yourself. So good, bye bye. I hope everyone have a great day. I hope you take what I say into consideration, that Sarawak is definitely worth visiting, and I hope all of you to always be happy, spread only positivity, and please do come to Sarawak. Thank you for watching.